Hello and welcome to another video on Rep Sports. I'm Snehashish Mukherjee and I've been joined by Trishadi and Mansi. Again, Mansi is back with us after this game, and obviously India have managed a win against Bangladesh and now focus shifts to the Lords against the mighty Aussies, the next challenge. But despite that win, there are a lot of questions. I will come to Mansi first. Mansi, as a fan, you were there in that loss against South Africa. Obviously, we all were disappointed, but eventually India managed to put up a win against Bangladesh. It was much needed before that Australia challenge, but still a lot of questions regarding the fielding, the batting approach, and even with the bowling.
Yes, definitely. Great to have those +2 points there. But if we introspect, was it a good day on the field? Was it our best performance? How convincingly did the Indian team win? I think there are some questions to be answered, especially with a team like Bangladesh, where you would expect them to be restricted much lower. You would expect to take those 4 dropped catches, which we lost, and I think we went forward with the game.
105 for no loss in 11 overs.
Yeah, so I think that game is again another deciding game with South Africa playing the Netherlands, and then South Africa is going to play Bangladesh. So I think this game was really important in the perspective that South Africa is again going to play Bangladesh. And when we look at that game versus this game, we're going to see the true comparison between two teams. And definitely not questioning India and their preparation, but what we do on the field matters, what we do on the match day matters, what the performance that we are putting out there matters. And at least in the stands, as much as everybody was cheering for India, there were questions being asked vocally in the stands. People were actually questioning about those dropped catches. They were being very vocal, very loud about it. So I think the Indian fans are seeing that we are getting the win, but the conviction there is missing, and the fans are probably seeing through that as well.
Yes. Tushari, obviously it was not that much of a convicting win, but obviously you were there in the press conference after the match. Yes. But what is your thoughts regarding the match? Obviously a win, but again, a lot of questions.
I mean, honestly, of course, a win +2 points, that's something you want to seal in the first part. But also, when you look at Australia, Bangladesh, and you see the way Australia thumped and made a statement win when they didn't even need to make a statement win. We did win with 3 overs to spare, but if you actually look, our net run rate has come down. It was +2.5 and now it is +2.2. So that is something that you have to understand with South Africa playing 2 games. But honestly, what disappointed me was, again, if Radha Yadav said this in the PC, that there's no lack in effort. Of course, there's no lack in effort. And this is where the question comes from, I think, which she did not understand in the press conference. She thought, I think, all the media persons were attacking her or whatever it is, or it is just a norm of thinking that, But the point is, they are putting in the effort. We are not denying that. I think in the lives that we have done, we have said that, when they're practicing fielding, apart from a few, all of them are taking catches, and some wonderful catches, mind you. But in the ground, it is not happening. The truth is, it is not happening. And some basics are not happening. One of the fielders completely misjudged that the ball will fall and turn. You yourself said, "Arey, this ball is supposed to turn." And this, you are an ODI world champion team, I get it. But you're still a world champion team.
Yes.
And that is where I think one of the most unconvincing matches that India has played in recent times. I'm only hoping that this bad performance, because we got the +2, is going to bring in the best performance against Australia.
Absolutely. But Mansi, there are few positive. I think the Shefali is 50. Charani continuing that form again, 2 wickets. Despite getting smacked for 14 runs in the first 2 overs, she made a good comeback. 2 wickets in the last over, and Radha Yadav with the ball. Eventually, she ended up with 3 wickets. So these are the quite positive heading into the Australia game.
For sure. I think Shefali, if I'll be very honest and brutal, Shefali could have finished the game. She was looking in great touch, some great shots.
Should have finished the game.
Should have finished, yes. And I think she honestly said that also in the post-match. She did mention that she wanted to stay longer. She should have stayed longer. I think it was just like a brain fade moment and happens on the field. But I'm glad to see her 50. I'm glad to see she's in great touch. She is carrying that momentum forward from her last games. Definitely Charani, number 1 bowler, nonchalantly doing her job, coming in, taking wickets. She's been thorough throughout this tournament. She's been one of our best I think finds of this
Yeah.
tournament for sure. And Radha definitely coming back. I think it was good to get for her to get that 3 for sort of a redemption for herself coming into this game after those dropped catches. Just goes to show how an athlete's mindset is, how they come back. So definitely those 3 are positives. I would say Jemmy
little
was
bit of positive.
little bit of positives. I would say Jemmy was starting to look in good touch, but
She should have finished.
she should have finished the game. And I think she was disappointed coming back while she was walking back. She did shake her head. So I hope she realizes it. I hope she introspects through that, because next game, Australia, we're looking, or everybody is, I think, looking at that 127 and expecting a huge knock again from Jemmy. So with Jemmy being in the touch that she is, I just hope she comes out better in the next game.
Yes, absolutely. But Tushadi, what about Deepti Sharma? What a good start against Pakistan, then few wickets, against Netherlands, but then back-to-back 2 games suddenly again out of form, not picking wickets, stuck at that 355, that landmark number that we have been waiting for. So, and along with her, I think we will need to talk about the pacers as well. Renuka Singh Thakur playing her first game, and Nandini Sharma. In this wicket, she got considered, I think, more than 10 runs per over. How do you see, these bowlers perform?
I think also, you have to give a little bit to the Bangladesh batters. They have done well over the years. They have grown as well. But yes, with Deepti Sharma, I think the inconsistency bothers me. And I think one of the reasons that Deepti does not get as much recognition as the rest, by that I'm not saying that every other Indian player is consistent and she's the only one who's not consistent, but the inconsistency actually irritates you. And I thought the first 2 balls that she bowled, I thought she has got the pace of the wicket right. But somehow either she is desperate for a wicket, but she does not need to, honestly. This is the problem, I think, with India. I mean, happens, but they need to sit down and talk about it. One match you don't get a wicket, you don't need to jump and try and get wickets. It is also about stitching dot balls. And more than me, Deepti will know about it. Deepti must have said this to the younger players. But since you are on Deepti, so I was waiting for the press conference to happen. Deepti walked up to her former captain, Mithali Raj, and they were having an intense chat on field placements and all as well because of the angles. So there were, in fact, some very interesting chats. I'll tell you, I don't know the exact content of the chat, guys. It's all a damsharaz from my end. So I saw Matthew Hayden and Smriti Mandana having a long chat about Smriti's pull shot, about Smriti's that cover drive. In fact, it was such a long chat that at one point Matthew Hayden started feeling hot. He opened his suit and he started explaining. He got down and he showed that if you have this for front brace, you are suddenly becoming shorter. Then you are coming up and trying to play the pull shot. You are not being able to play. A lot of people now, after watching the video, will say that Trisha has revealed everything to the opponents. Let her play it first. So she had quite a long chat. In fact, even after we came inside for the press conference, she was having a chat. Then Nandini walked up to Mithali Raj and was talking about, from what I understood, she was talking about the slower ones, because I saw both of them doing this. Clearly, she's not an off spinner, so it is off break. And I've got a picture where Mithali is explaining something with her legs up, saying this. So I don't know. There was something on bowl to the legs, slower, and how the field should be. Then I think Deepti was talking. And on the other hand, down, Amol Mazumdar and Harmanpreet Kaur were having a chat. So yeah, you stay back for the press conference and I just like observing who's doing what. So there I saw that. So look, everybody is trying. There's one thing that I agree with Radha from the press conference, that the effort is there. Yes. I also agree that results are not always in your hands. But kind of, to sum up, this was against Bangladesh. You have got +2.
Yeah.
Any other team? Again, Pakistan, Netherlands, you would get +2. What about the teams South Africa, Australia, England? Because if you go back to the ODI World Cup, since everybody is busy going back to the ODI World Cup and deja vus, I think the problem is, if you're talking about the positives, then talk about the negatives as well. In the ODI World Cup, yes, you won against Australia and South Africa in the knockouts.
Yeah.
Agreed. Not in the group stage. And in the group stage here also you have been defeated by South Africa. यार कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम होगा. अगर सब चंगा भला चल रहा है तो why are you losing? And for Nandini, look, before the World Cup, I had said something, and we had discussed this over and over again, that Mansi, you would know, because I know you follow the lives, that Nandini is raw.
Yeah.
I don't think one WPL season, and again, I'm not saying Nandini doesn't have potential. I think she's brilliant. And I've said this over and over again, but she's raw. Just because Churni worked, you picked her up raw, does not mean everybody. Again, I'll put in another instance there. Churni worked in the longer format.
Yes.
She worked in the, and if you go back to the World Cup, you will see match by match she matured. In a T20 game, a pacer cannot improve match by match. You do not have that much space in those 24 deliveries. And that was showing in the desperation, the confusion in her head was showing in her no balls.
Yeah.
I know she bowled one, Deepti bowled two. Deepti bowling no ball. When the umpire went and did this, the first thing I asked, I think you or Boria, somebody, is she saying no ball? Like spinners,
Who no balls?
spinners bowling no balls is, it's a criminal offense, to be honest. But as I said, I don't see Nandini's fault as such, even for the selectors or for the coach, captain. I would say I understand. You had to bring in a pacer because Amanjot Kaur and Kashfi Gautam got injured. But I also think that it will be very unfair to judge Nandini on the World Cup performance because I don't think she's, a complete player yet. I think she's still raw. And just by the way, even if Nandini picks up 5 wickets in the next, first of all, we have to play 3 games. Whatever number of games we play from here on, even if she picks up 5, there is no slap in my face because I will still say she's wrong.
Okay.
I think just want to add on Nandini, definitely got her 2 wickets on debut in T20 World Cup. Today there was a little bit of an instance and everybody saw Herman talking to the umpire, a little bit of a walk on the pitch.
Yeah,
so
dangerous
it comes out of the desperation, it comes out of the confusion, it comes out of the pressure, and as you said, Trishadi, T20 does not give us enough time to think, get that clarity, which is very different in ODI. And granted that WPL has been a great season for her, and I think she is definitely somebody that India would like to groom and want to groom. I think just
That's
judging her
India did not
get
the chance to groom. She was in that India A tour, and she got injured in the first game itself.
the Rising Stars, she got injured.
yeah,
She didn't play that also. So if she would have gotten those chances, we would have probably seen her groom a lot better. But yeah, definitely not to judge her on that. I think she is to play for India for the longer term. It is probably unfair to judge her, but we are seeing some moments that she was raw. She was a little. She didn't want to come meet the fans also later because she was a little disappointed, of course, with the ICC rules and guidelines. And when you're at the global level, you want to, because there was a WPL instance also. If we remember, there was a WPL instance where the umpire had talked to Jemmy for one time where Nandini has stepped onto
Correct. I was
the
thinking
pitch.
that, yes.
So there is that. She probably got that deja vu, and she was a little dejected as well. She was sitting in the dugout, and Smriti was kind enough. She just when we were cheering for Nandu, she actually told us to cheer for her. So she came out, she did some autographs, so she was a little better with that. But coming back to like Trishadi's point, I just wanted to add that one point about the confusion that sometimes creates the pressure and how important it is to back such players, but not also put them into such a situation where they would be judged at a global level without having them groomed.
Yes. Okay. Last 2 points. We were wrapping up the video. Trishadi, we always talk about players should utilize the opportunities. For someone like Yastika Bhatia, at number 3.
I was thinking, when is this question
Yes.
coming?
For someone like Yastika Bhatia, at number 3, she is getting opportunities, but again and again she's not utilizing it. Today, I think it was a good move to send someone like Richa Ghosh, but again, Richa didn't utilize that opportunity. She should have finished that game and could have improved that net run rate for the team. So how do you see? We always talk about the team management should give chances to make those changes, but for players also they need to understand whenever the chances are coming, they need to grab those opportunities.
See, I'll answer the second part first. I think the players know that. It's not like they're unaware of anything. They're completely aware of their roles. They're completely, or at least that's what they make it very clear in the press conference. They know their roles. They know what the team expects. And I'm sure at this level, each one does. Because honestly, other than Nandini, Prema, who else has not been part of the team for a longish time? So, it's understandable what you're saying. But with Richa, be it with Yastika, see, Indian batters have a problem. We have a pattern. We get stuck to it. Today, when Richa came out, I turned and I told you, I don't think she's going to score runs. Because the pitch was slow. Richa in a slow, and more than the pitch, the Bangladesh bowlers, the Bangladesh spinners bowl slower, way slower than our spinners do.
And wrong line to play the sweep shots.
Don't get me started on sweep. Either Jemmy plays the sweep or
Intent happening, Trishadi and Ashish in the team. The intent is going out of the roof with
Yes,
sweeps and
and at a wrong time of the tournament.
wrong shot selections
Yes.
and all the top edges.
So from the top of my head, I feel that at times we complicate the T20 game a lot. And this is something that you have seen. I speak to a lot of players who I know. And, because I've been a coach. Now, some of the players are now in the advanced stage of their career. And so when we are sitting and talking, when they come up, Mansi, and tell me that, this is happening, that is happening. And I'm like, wait a second. This is cricket. Go back to the basics, grip. And in fact, the best example is when Matthew Hedden was explaining that shot to Smriti Mandana. You were there, you must have seen, he was talking about the grip. It is basic grip, stance, your bat swing happens, head position, because that's the, heaviest part of your body. Simple stuff, but we complicate. And then the fact that there are certain players, you know who I'm talking about, who believe that we are not T20 players because we do not hit certain shots. What is T20 cricket? You have to score runs at a certain strike rate. You run 3 runs, you can still score 300 or 1 ball. So, the strike rate wise, you are 300 in 1 ball. You do not have to hit sixes. And in today's match, why did you need that sweep when you saw you were... See, there are days when you will execute the sweep well. There will be days when you have realized you were given out and it was not out. You reviewed it. Fantastic. Stop it there. And especially, you know what irritates me? That both Jemmy and Richa have 1,000 times better shots.
Yes,
Definitely.
for sure. So many
Definitely.
shots in their bag. They just need to pull them out instead of pulling out these wrong shots at the wrong side.
Yes. Okay, last question, Mansi. As a fan, how you are looking forward to that Australia clash? Lord's a special venue, a big game, and maybe, I think tournament decider for India.
Yes, for sure. I think fans are nervous. We're being positive. We're backing the team as we always do, but we're definitely nervous. A good positive from this match for me was Renuka coming back. Renuka getting those wickets. So I do see Renuka playing the Australia match. So good for her to get momentum. I felt like when she started, it was a little bit raw. She was talking to Harman constantly. There was discussion, conversations. Finally, she got through because she did bowl a few wides as well in her first over. But yeah, definitely a positive for me is Renuka coming back. Openers need to play and Smriti needs to start capitalizing on her starts.
Just
looking
like
in great
Smriti
touch.
also after
Yes.
2 games is not looking nowhere near.
Is not is she was looking in good touch, but I think she's just playing wrong shots at the wrong time, and I think it's coming out of the intent that we are seeing, which is going in a wrong way. So I'm really, as a fan, I think we just want the top order to start performing better so that the middle order's pressure releases off. And of course, I think with the pace bowling, we have to get through that. Lord's slope, we have to see how the Lord's pitch might play out, because the Test cricket pitch was a big question mark, where the typical Lord's pitch was very different, has been very different. So combination is going to be interesting. But as fans, I think all we can say is we just hope and pray the way we prayed for the semi-finals, way we prayed for the finals. And I think prayers and miracles are probably going to help this team India get through to the semi-finals.
Then it is
something technical about Smriti, and this might get a little too technical, but by now you guys have realized that's my fodder. But no, on a serious note, when Smriti is not there in her head, you know what she does when she's playing the cover drive, which is her staple shot, absolutely, she gets up a little touch bit early. And because she gets up a little early, her bat goes like that, which is what happened. She scooped up to the fielder. The same thing when Smriti is, absolutely there in the zone, she would have hit down the, and it would have gone so fast, high chances Bangladesh fielder could have missed it as well and gone for a boundary.
Trishati, did you feel like that was the talk with Matthew Hayden? Because I was actually
Yes.
seeing the head position,
Yeah.
him talking about the lift. I feel like that was probably what she was asking, and that was maybe what Matthew Hayden was giving her advice about.
I think so. I felt so as well now that you say, because yes, Matthew Hayden was continuously saying you're down and then you have to come out. This should take some time. In fact, I feel Matthew Hayden is talking about her trigger movement to be a little different, because the only word probably that I caught is you are reduced in height. Which means, and Smriti, I'm not saying Smriti is very tall, but Smriti is a tall player. Could be, but yeah, as I said, my observation says that whenever Smriti's head is not in the right place, suddenly she gets up very quickly, even before she has played the shot, which is where she starts edging. And today, both the one that, it was almost impossible for Jyoti to catch that, but whatever that shot that Smriti attempted, if you look at it, she was halfway down and then she was up. By the time she's playing the shot, she's up. That probably is more mental adjustment. A player of Smriti's level, I think everything is about mental adjustment more than
Technique.
physically changing your grip or stance. Will be very small changes. Mansi Snehashish, after a point, you do not change too much of your technique or grip, stance. It's always the fine tuning, but everything is here. So I think against Australia, Smriti's pressure would be she needs to score runs. At the same time, if I could, I would tell Smriti Mandhana, take some time.
Yeah.
You take some time there, you settle in, and you can then go for your shots. But again, that will depend on Shafali.
Yes.
If Shafali stays on, then Smriti does not need to take that pressure.
Yes. So as we discussed, there are a lot of things to look out for, I think, in the upcoming game against Australia. And as we said, that it is going to be the tournament decider for them. So let's see how they do. Hopefully, just like Mansi, all the Indian fans might be thinking that hopefully the team might come out and play their A+ game there and they defeat Australia, and then let's see what happens, because obviously if you defeat Australia, the net run rate will definitely come into play.
Yeah.
And that is when the equation can become a little bit trickier. So let's see what happens. But before that, India need to come out and play the A+ game and defeat Australia first. So thank you, Manushi, for joining in, and thank you everyone for joining in. Hopefully you like the video, and if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel, and please follow the episodes for all the latest update regarding sports. Thank you.